Welcome back to Crafty Coaster. We're over here at SoPo. Why are we here? It's not to review the coffee shop today, but yet we will at some point. But right now, they're the only place in town that does the 3 styles of brewing. Yep, they brew the coffee, they pour over, and they French press. So come on, let's go. So like I was saying before, today we're here at SoPo Coffee Shop and Roastery. It's a newer place. It's actually hooked to one of the churches here called Calvary Chapel. And it's a really nice little place. Hopefully you enjoyed the look around. But the reason I came here is because it was the only place I've ever seen that has 3 types of coffee. And I thought it would be kind of interesting to do a little review on the way the coffee is brewed. So all these are pretty much the exact same bean and roast. This is a brewed coffee. It's an hour or 2 old. This is a pour over, and this is a French press. Hopefully I can taste or see a difference. But just to start out, the brewing process has a little bit of an oily look to it. And I don't know if you can see it, I hope you can. I'll show it to you with the camera right there. And hopefully you could see that. The other 2, this one seems to be the clearest. It's the pour over, and they did it correctly. They wet the filter, wet the coffee grounds, give it a second, and then finish pouring through. Just like pour overs are supposed to be done. And they also did this French press. But what I noticed here is it's kind of got a grainy look to it, almost pixelated look to the coffee. And like I said, I don't know if you can see that in the camera. And I also got a pumpkin muffin. Looks pretty good. It's pumpkin chocolate chip. So I did that as I could have a standard in my mouth, the taste, the feel, and that sort of thing. So we're gonna get a little piece of the muffin, and we're gonna start out. Lots of pumpkin flavor, real moist. So I'm gonna go in for the fresh brew, or the brewed coffee. That has a bitter flavor. It's good coffee. Don't get me wrong, it's good coffee. But it's kind of bitter. Standard coffee flavor-esque, as you get it in brewed coffee. You'd get it at some of the bigger chains. It's good coffee. So again, we'll take a little bit of the pumpkin, and I'm not getting any chocolate chip, just some of the pumpkin bread, so I can even playing field on my tongue. Man, that pumpkin bread's moist. The chocolate chips are right here. So the pour over is the clearest. I say clear for a brown liquid, but you don't see anything floating on it or in it. So let's take a taste. So to me, so far, the difference between the two is this one's kind of got a bit more bitter, and this was more elevated as far as the flavors without that bitterness, kind of a smoother flavor on a pour over. So far, I prefer the pour over. This is good coffee. Oh, so far it's good coffee, but so far the pour over is much better. So here we go with the French press. Interesting for me because I've never had it. What I do see in here though is you can see a little bit of kind of dusty ring around it, almost like it's part of the grounds in it. And it appears that way in the cup too. So that's pretty good. You can definitely feel a little, I say a little grittiness in it, which is to be expected because with the French press, they actually suspend the grounds within the pot, and then they press it out over a filter of sorts. Okay, so I get it. I understand, but that's the grittiness I feel. These two taste almost identical, and I say almost identical, except for the feel. This one's smoother, cleaner, and that's the pour over. This one is definitely grittier, but good flavor. And I think there's a little bit of difference, so let me go back. Oh, maybe I didn't take a taste of this. Nope, little grittier, same taste. Okay, so there's nothing wrong with any of these coffees. I would be happy to pay for any one of these. In fact, I got to pay for all three of these. But truthfully, if you've got time to sit down and relax, the difference between the brewed coffee and a pour over or a French press style is usually like 50 cents. So if you've got time to sit and relax and hang out with friends and you want a good cup of coffee, consider doing a pour over or a French press. Personally, I don't appreciate the grittiness. That's me, but it's okay, it's not bad. I prefer the pour over. So truthfully, if you've got time to hang out with friends, get yourself a pour over. If you need a cup of coffee to get to work, get a brew. It's faster, it's ready, it's put it in the cup, and you're good to go. So do me a favor, tell me if you feel the same way. Somewhere in the comments below, if you've had a pour over, a French press, or a brewed cup of coffee, do me a favor and tell me what the difference is. And also, Crafty Coaster has a new Facebook page. I say new because it's still growing. Go down, go into groups, and hunt for Crafty Coaster. And just to join. We let everybody in. All we ask is you be respectful and you enjoy fresh brewed coffee and good brewed beer. Till next time, cheers.